Yo. What's up? What y'all doing?
Millions of people will be watching the Super Bowl this Sunday, but a huge part of the fun, of course, those Super Bowl commercials. CBS is back with its special Super Bowl greatest commercials, funniest of all time. It airs this Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. And joining me now is the show's executive producer, Bob Horowitz. Welcome. It's always good to have you. So I have to ask you, do you have a favorite Super Bowl commercial?
Well, I have to give you a funny one, obviously, because this year is, funniest, F-O-A-T, funniest of all time. And I can't just have one, actually. I have to say it's the Doritos Crash the Super Bowl campaign, and that's just because they, engaged these everyday Joes to create Super Bowl commercials back in 2007, and it had nothing to do with money, it had everything to do with creativity, and that's just resonated for me. And who can forget all those Budweiser commercials? And since this is year 25 of the What's Up campaign, and we have a reunion and an anniversary salute in our show, I'd have to say that's the other one.
Now, I have to admit that I really enjoyed last year with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Jennifer Lopez doing the Dunkin' Donuts commercials. So I'm excited to see that there's another one coming out this year. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, so that was a great one. In fact, I can give you a little sneak peek. That is going to be seen in our show. So we have that commercial again featured because it was one of those great commercials that Nate Burleson and Danny Rua thought should be showcased. So the idea this year is what they've done is they've combed through all of those funniest commercials of all time, and they're going to rank them from 10 down to 3. And when they get to their final 2 on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock on CBS, they are going to let America vote, and America will really decide which commercial is the funniest of all time.
Yeah, and this is the 24th year of this show. So how did you come up with the idea to do this in the first place?
A big focus group, but that focus group was the focus group that everyone has experienced on Super Bowl Sunday, that being your traditional Super Bowl party. And so I was at a Super Bowl party in New York 25 years ago, and as I was there, I was kind of observing that during the game, everybody was catching up, and they were over at the buffet table having their chili and a bite of the big sandwich. But the minute the commercials came on, they scampered back to the living room and said, wait, shh, let's watch the commercials. So I thought there was something there, and the best part about it is so did CBS, and it just keeps, getting bigger and bigger year after year.
And how would you say that things have changed over the last 2 decades with social media being so important? And then it almost seems like the creators of these commercials are really able to push the envelope a little bit more.
Well, the advent of social media and the fact that Super Bowl prices have gotten up to $8 million, a 30-second spot, that the way that they have to get their bang for the buck is to release teasers ahead of time. When we started this business, you didn't see commercials being released ahead of time. Now they are. So, much like a movie is thrown out there ahead of time because they want people to, be watching when the movie is released. So, that has changed. And, it's what they're still doing these commercials in many ways, to the funny ones, to be little skits, little nuggets of entertainment, where what they want to do is to entertain and to move the audience so that there's kind of that water cooler moment the next morning where the people are talking about it, or like the What's Up campaign 25 years later, they're still talking about it.
Yeah, well, I have to say, I am very impressed with the creative minds that come up with most of these commercials. So I'm looking forward to it. And thank you so much for joining us.
That's great. And, Crash the Super Bowl with Doritos is back this year. So you're going to get a whole nother batch of, brand new creativity from everyday Joes.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Bob, thanks so much. And again, the Super Bowl greatest commercials, funniest of all time, airs this Wednesday night at 9 o'clock on CBS Los Angeles Channel 2.